What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another daily video. Second of the day. First one was about the refund, the self-service refunds that Xbox is doing. Checked it out when you got the time. But this is going to be about a post that Phil Spencer put up on Xbox Wire. I thought it warranted discussion and talking about it. It's kind of interesting, and it might have some implications for the future. So this is going to be a Rand's rant. So if you go to Xbox Wire, I'll have the link in the description if you guys want to check it out. Phil posted an article entitled Project Scorpio, the most powerful place to create and play. Very interesting read, too. Very, very, very interesting. It starts off by saying how at Team Xbox, we put gamers at the center of everything we do, and we're driven to build the best platform in which to create and play games, right? I'm not going to talk about everything in here. There's some pretty good info. They talk about their design goals of building the first true 4K console and all that stuff. It's an interesting read. I recommend you go you check it out. But at the end is where it kind of gets really interesting, in my opinion. And I want to talk about it because this might have some far-flung implications for the future of Xbox. And I already seen people talking about this on Twitter and other places. Some excited, some negative about it. So I'm going to talk about it here. So first and foremost, he at the very, very end, you see, he says, "We're excited to unveil Project Scorpio and the amazing game experiences it powers at E3 this June." The very end. So there you go. It'll be unveiled at E3. I know there was some speculation that it would be unveiled at May 2nd at the hardware event in New York City, but I think that really has nothing to do with Xbox. That has more to do with like Surface and Microsoft Education. So Phil putting pretty much that rumor to bed. But that's not even the big thing. I mean, we kind of figured with the Eurogamer Digital Foundry reveal that Microsoft would wait to E3 to fully reveal the rest of it, although I did hear that another publication has the rights to reveal the box, and I think they're holding price and release date to E3. So we'll see if that turns out. But even if it doesn't, whatever, we'll still get all the cool stuff at E3. Now, the big thing was this paragraph here, where it begins, "We've created the most powerful console with you in mind. We've created the most powerful development platform with our industry's creators in mind," right? And then you keep on reading, and he says, "Ultimately, we know you care most about the great games, whether they be exclusive, multiplayer, independent, or AAA. We are proud of the diverse lineup of games coming this year that will only be available on Xbox One and will play better on Project Scorpio." Now, I had to read that sentence a couple times to fully get the gist of it, because the very first time I read it, I didn't pay any attention, but then I saw people talking about it. I went back and reread the article. And let's read it one more time together. Get some reading comprehension up here, right? "We are proud of the diverse lineup of games coming this year that will only be playable on Xbox One and will play better on Project Scorpio." So that's kind of big news if it's not just a slip of the tongue or, a writing error. First we have the confirmation that Project Scorpio is getting unveiled at E3 fully. Great. Good news. It's kind of to be expected. I mean, it is, 2 months away, June 11th? But that single line right there, that single line of that games coming this year will only be playable on Xbox One has some people in a tizzy. Does that mean that Xbox Play Anywhere is dead? Because a lot of the games from last year were Xbox Play Anywhere, Gears of War 4, ReCore, Forza Horizon 3, to name a few. Not to mention like Resident Evil 7, but I'm talking strictly first party here. If you bought those games on Xbox, you got the Windows 10 version. If you bought the Windows 10 version, you got the game on Xbox. But that line is basically talking about only Xbox One. There's no mention of Windows 10, I think, in this whole article. I would have to reread it again, but it doesn't say "We are proud of the diverse lineup coming games this year that will only be playable on Xbox One and Windows 10 and will play better on Project Scorpio." There's no mention of that. Now, I don't know if that's intentional. I don't know if they just didn't want to mention Windows 10, but does this really mean that, for instance, State of Decay 2, is that coming to PC? Is Sea of Thieves? Well, no, we know Sea of Thieves is coming to PC because they have the test. So that's that. Are there going to be a there's that word again, specific. Is there going to be a specific game that comes out this year by Microsoft that is not going to come to PC. Because I know Phil has stated in the past that the PC will have exclusives and potentially Xbox will have exclusive as well. Like Age of Empires, I think the new Age of Empires is only on PC. So I wonder if there's a game out there that's going to come out that is not going to be Xbox Play Anywhere. I wonder, I know Halo 6 isn't this year, but maybe Halo 6 doesn't make it next year. Maybe there's a game that they haven't announced yet that is only coming to Xbox One and not Windows 10 because maybe they feel that it's not, I don't know, the right venue for the game, or you know what I'm saying? Or is this the beginning of them backtracking on Xbox Play Anywhere? I mean, who knows? Or this could just literally be a mistype. Maybe they didn't want to mention Windows 10, but before they were always very much, talking about Xbox Play Anywhere and Windows 10 and how it's great for the consumer. But that one single line by Phil is kind of getting people talking. Does this mean Xbox One exclusives are back, baby? Right? Does this mean they're back? Does that mean all those journalists going on about why do you even need an Xbox when you can just play all their games on PC? Is this just back in their faces then? Because if Xbox One has exclusives and they're not on PC, does that mean you have to get the system? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I mean, personally, I don't mind. I don't care at all, actually, if the games are on PC. I'm going to play on the console. I don't care about PC. If they want to play on the PC, that's cool with me. It never, ever bothered me one bit. But I see this, and I'm like, I wonder if maybe Microsoft realized the value of actual exclusives on Xbox One, or if they just didn't want to put Windows 10 in the press release. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting, and I'm not sure what exactly to think because it's really not expounded upon. And it is one sentence in this whole article, and it is kind of funny that I'm turning one sentence into basically an entire video of speculation. But hey, I mean, you can't blame me for it. I mean, Microsoft's been on this Xbox Play Anywhere for a year now, basically, and this sentence reads, "We are proud of the diverse lineup of games coming this year that will only be playable on Xbox One and will play better on Project Scorpio." If you take that word, if you take that sentence, it means the only place to play it is Xbox One, and that game will play better on Scorpio. If it's on Windows 10, then that statement is false because Xbox One is not the only place to play it. I know semantics and stuff like that, but when you put out press releases like this, they go over these things constantly, so you kind of get the message across. So I'm inclined to believe that there's going to be a game that's coming out this year, whether from Microsoft, that is going to be exclusive to Xbox One and not come to PC. I just wonder what that game is, and if it's a huge game, if it's a small game, if Xbox Play Anywhere is a failure. I'm kind of curious about all these things now. I'm thinking about it. Anyways, guys, what do you think? Do you think that sentence means exactly what it means, or do you think maybe Phil misspoke or whatever? Do you care if games come to PC? Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Hit the bell if you want to be notified for every time I put out a new video or do a podcast. And consider subscribing because I always put out new content. And I will see everybody later.